My name is Jonathan Vigh, and I got my undergraduate degree at the Pennsylvania State University. For my master's, which I'm just finishing up, I was studying ensemble prediction of hurricane tracks, and basically we're just trying to answer the question of where's the hurricane going. It's a very simple question. There's a lot of other more complicated questions, having to do with the wind distribution, the rainfall. But the ensemble method is basically trying to simulate the uncertainty in the forecast. And in the atmosphere, every aspect of our measurement is uncertain. Even if you go out and take the temperature outside, you're not really sure if it's 76.7 or 76.8 degrees. And in time, because the atmosphere is chaotic and has all these different instabilities, nonlinear scale interactions, after a few days, these little tiny uncertainties just ruin your forecast. And the air saturates, and then pretty soon you have no clue if the hurricane's going to be hitting Florida or Maine. We don't have as good of scale and intensity forecast, but I think it's a really important area because a lot of times the hurricane will be moving towards the coast and the people will have maybe 24 hours and they need to know how strong it is, because if it's only going to be a Category 1, there's really no sense in evacuating like all of New York City or huge stretches of coast. But with our current level of understanding, we don't really know if it will be a Category 1 or a Category 4. Even in a 24-hour forecast. So there's a lot of things to work on, and I think that's an important question. There's so many different areas. Some people are studying the effects that hurricanes have on the climate, which is a big question in and of itself, because the number of hurricanes and the distribution around the world changes from year to year. Sometimes the Atlantic has a really active season, and sometimes it has a pretty low season, but there's lots of typhoons in the Western Pacific. I think there's a lot of linkages there. It's related to the general circulation, the climate system. And we even have some people here studying that, Dr. Gray's group. There's just so many areas. I think a lot more research needs to be done on the societal effects and how to improve the interaction between forecasters when they give a forecast and how society reacts to keep people out of harm's way. Well, it's just a fantastic program. It's very broad. They have strength in almost every single area. It's a top-ranked program in the nation, internationally probably, for graduate studies. So just all those different things. And I wanted to work with tropical meteorology and hurricanes, and they have several well-respected people in that area. Dr. Schubert is one of the nicest persons I've ever met, and he's a great person to work for, and he's very laid back, very well-respected in his field. He's a very deep thinker, and he always takes the time to think thoughtfully about questions that you ask. He's always available, too. That's what I really like. Well, I've just really enjoyed living here in Fort Collins, Colorado, and being here at CSU. It's a great school. The people are pretty friendly, I think, compared to other places I've been. And I've made lots of friends. I really enjoy going out to the mountains and climbing 14ers, skiing in the wintertime. It's just a lot of great recreational opportunities. We've even started a trail running group. And actually, there's several people here from the department that run with us. I would say one of the most important things, a lot of times, is not even the school, but the person you're working for. Make sure that the advisor you choose is going to be someone that you're compatible with, working with, and that could make all the difference.